I need to know where I'm from.
Hi, this is Wade. Welcome back to Cold Iron's Kitchen. Tonight we're going to put together a real simple dish. Pork chops, rice, salad. But as with everything I do, there's going to be some twists to it. Now we're going to make a wild rice flavored with rosemary and bacon. We're going to put this in the rice cooker here. Now, the bacon is going to serve several purposes. It's going to add the shortening or the oil or the fat that you put into rice to make it not stick together. The rosemary is going to add a fragrance. Now, I've got 1.5 cups water here in my rice cooker, and I've got 3/4 cup of wild rice. Don't need any more than that. I'll push that back there and hit cook. 20-25 minutes for that. Now, here's the pork chops. They've been sitting in this marinade for, a couple hours. They've gotten really tender. And I always marinate at room temperature. Now the marinade is made up of aromatics, rosemary, oregano, chives, dill, thyme. It has the juice of 1 lemon in it. It has a little bit of white wine vinegar and olive oil. What this is going to do is just add some tenderness to it. Now we're going to be sprinkling this with a little bit of seasoning, and then we're going to be cooking it on our flat grill over here, or our groove grill over here. We're going to make a sauce to go on top of the pork chops, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Right now, we're going to go away and we're going to come back and set up for some salad. Hi, we're back. I got a bunch of mixed greens here, some baby greens, some older greens. It's greens. Now we're going to add some crunch to the salad. We're going to put a fennel in. I'm only going to need about half of this, so I think it's going to sit over there. And we're not going to use the fronds, although I do keep the fronds and use them for seasonings. So, trim off the end. Peel the top one off. Not going to want that one. That goes into the once loved bin. And then we're going to thinly slice the fennel. What fennel is sweet anise. It adds a nice crunch, nice flavor to it. Almost licoricey, but not quite. Now this is just a way to punch up your salad. You don't have to do this, but I like the crunch, the extra crunch. So we're going to whip that into the salad, give it a quick rinse. Now in order for a dressing to stick appropriately to a salad, you need to get the moisture out. This is called a salad spinner. Works really easy. You just pop all your greens that you've rinsed off into the salad spinner. My kitchen's all about the toys, in case you haven't been able to figure that one out. We're going to pop the basket back on. Now it works on a really high gear ratio, so as I do this, all the centrifugal force is going to cause all the water to come off the lettuce. You can actually use these for spinning pasta too, if you want to get the water off the pasta. And if you look in here, that's that. Bunch of water down there. Nice dried greens right there. So, back in a few minutes when we're ready to put our pork steaks on. Hi, we're back. Before I get to grilling the pork chops or pork steaks, I'm going to make a topping to go on top of it. It's going to be a huckleberry jalapeno topping. Now I've got a tablespoon of butter in my skillet here, which I'm going to add 1 minced seeded jalapeno. We're going to give that a quick shake there. I'm going to add to that 1/2 cup of huckleberries. Now I keep huckleberries in the freezer because you never know when is a good time for a huckleberry. Now's a good time for a huckleberry. What you got is the juicy berry, you've got the jalapeno, all that working together. As that thaws and lets out some moisture. We'll boil this down pretty good. It doesn't take a lot of this topping to make something great. Then we're going to add to it about a tablespoon of honey, well, whatever's left in the stir, about a tablespoon of honey. Anticipation. That'll add a little sweet to it. I'm going to Grab a spatula and hurry it on its way. My griddle's just about hot enough. Honey adds a sweet. It's going to thicken it up nicely. So I'm going to have to get back in the pantry and find myself another jar of honey. So all those flavors are starting to melt together and bond. Now, this is going to sound strange, but you want to put a little bit of salt in it. Salt helps break down fruits and vegetables. That's why when you have salt on your watermelon at a picnic, it seems just so juicy. It's because it's helping break down the fibers. Now, huckleberries. Huckleberries are a native fruit to North Idaho, the 51st state. And they're used in all sorts of dishes. Huckleberry creams, huckleberry pies, huckleberry shakes, handfuls of huckleberries, huckleberry waffles, huckleberry candy. I mean, just use after use after use. Now you can see this is starting, huckleberry ice cream too. Now you can see how this is starting to break down just a little bit. That's great. Now we're going to put the secret ingredient in here. And believe it or not, it is safe for kids because everything cooks off. A little bit of tequila. You want to add some agave flavor to this, so it's going to about, a shot. Now it's going to bubble together. And we're going to let this sauce cook down for about 5 minutes. Let it break down, let it thicken up, let it get ready for its major journey, the pork. Alrighty. Right now I'm dusting on some olive oil onto the grill. This olive oil is infused with garlic, so it's going to impart another flavor into the pork choppy things. Just gorgeous there. Now, on the pork chops, I've just got a commercial blackening spice. It's paprika, a few other flavors. A little bit of heat for the meat. We're going to throw these down. Listen to that sound. This is barbecuing indoors. Now, they're going to go about 4 to 5 minutes on each side to be nice and juicy. We'll be back about that time. Hi, we're back. Well, our pork chops have finished broiling. Actually, finished about 10 minutes ago. I took them off and put them on the board to rest. As with all things meat, whether it be pork, chicken, beef, venison, moose, dog, cat, squirrel, fish, you gotta let the meat rest after it's cooked. What happens is the proteins swell when you cook meat. What you need them to do is relax a little bit and suck the juice back into their little bodies so the juice is all in the meat and not all over the place. So let's plate up here. We got us here a gorgeous pork chop, and the rice just got done. Nice, sticky, flavorful rice. Don't need a whole lot of that. It's got rosemary in it. It's flavored with bacon. And tell you, you can't go wrong with bacon. And we'll put a little salad on the plate here. Since this one's for my daughter, it doesn't get any tomatoes. Mine's going to get tomatoes. And we're going to put a little drizzle. These huckleberries across the top of it. What they did add is a little bit of sharp, a little bit of sweet, and wiggle some syrup out on it too. There we go. So, what we have here, marinated pork chop, done with blackening seasoning, topped with a huckleberry compote. We have wild rice flavored with bacon and rosemary, and we have a salad that has fennel in it for some little crunch, a little body. That's dinner. Thanks for watching.